So today I am doing my everyday eyebrow tutorial. So this is how I fill in my eyebrows. This is like my everyday routine at this moment. If you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know my eyebrows have taken a trip. And like the one thing my husband said when I started my YouTube channel, he watched my very first video and he goes, yeah, you're gonna need to do something about your brows. I'm like, I know, it's just like tales of the crazy eyebrows. I just have eyebrow issues. So finally, I have tried some products recently that I have just that has really changed my brow routine. I have been in search of a great eyebrow pencil. I have found in the past a really great powder that I do like to use. Now I have found an eyebrow pencil and I really just like the way it's a little bit more precise. And I found an eyebrow routine using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencils. Now I was hesitant at first to try these out because I do know they are somewhat of an investment. But after trying these out, I thought this is why people rave about them. I don't know if you guys have watched me for a while or if you're new to my channel. I'm never about to tell y'all something that I don't actually love. I don't understand the point in that. I want you guys to trust me when I give you my opinions. And so I would never say that something is worth it if I personally don't feel like it is. So these are worth it. And I was hoping that I could find an option from the drugstore that would be comparable, but I've tried it all. The only thing that is a little bit comparable as far as tip wise is like the precision of the tip is the Maybelline Define-A-Brow. But in this tutorial I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this is in the color Ash Blonde. I love this pencil because it has such a fine, precise tip. It's so small, it doesn't break, it's not like crumbly, it's not too soft, it's the perfect consistency and it can get right in there to give me this under part of my brow, which I've been searching for something to make my brows just look a little bit more done, a little bit more precise and a little bit more polished. So I also love about this is it has this spoolie on the end, and I even love the spoolie. I feel like it's such a tight spoolie and it just combs through the eyebrows so perfectly. So if you're interested in seeing my everyday brow routine, then go ahead and keep watching and I will show you guys any of the tips and tricks that I know or the things that I have been doing. By no means do I claim to be an eyebrow expert. I just wanted to show you guys what I have been loving, what I have been using, and what I feel has made a difference for my eyebrows. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and we're gonna get started. I've really tried to shape up my brows, but as you can see they are sparse right here and I just like to try and shape them up. That's why I really like using a pencil. I also like using a powder with an angle brush, but for this tutorial I just wanted to show my everyday brow routine as of lately. Tutorial I'm going to use the Brow Wiz just because it has such a fine point to it that you can really get into your brows, and I think this would be the easiest one for a beginner to use. I'm using the Brow Wiz as an Ash Blonde, and I start out by just prepping my brows. It has a spoolie on one end and then the pencil's on the other. So I just kind of like comb my brows up and comb through my brows. Then I take the other end and I start by right here. Your brows should start in the inner corner right here. That's where your brow should start. And then they should end like this. And the middle of your eye should be where your arch is. So I start right here and I just make like little tiny stroke marks right here just to fill that portion in. And then I do a little bit of a line right up under the brow. And I just kind of do little marks. This comes off, so you don't have to press very hard. You can just use a light hand. That's what I like about it, is that it deposits the color with very little effort. Then I kind of just go back in and fill, and then I go right up here and I just kind of shape it out a little bit however I want the front shape. I usually do, you know, just really small strokes, that way you can mimic what actual hair looks like. And then I just kind of go up here and I carve out a little bit of how my arch would be. So I want it to be like round my arch up like this. So then I just go back in and kind of fill around, and then from the arch I just come down and fill the tail in, just like that. Now I'm going to quickly do this other eyebrow the same way. I just kind of start and fill in with the natural eyebrow right here. and then I go up, around, and kind of get that line. So it's a crisp line right up under here. And then shape it and then move to the top. And I don't have as much of an arch as I do over here. And I know they say you want, so I kind of fill that in a little bit higher. This just has such a nice point that I feel like you can really get into it. I know that they say you don't want your eyebrows to be sisters, but you don't want your eyebrows to be twins, but they should at least look like sisters. I've had times in the past that mine are like distant relatives. I think one of my friends said that, and it made me laugh because it's like, you know, your eyebrows aren't supposed to be completely matchy-matchy, but they should look pretty similar to each other. I really love these Anastasia products, and I feel like they've made such a difference with my brow routine, because I'm like eyebrows for dummies, you guys. I really don't know what I'm doing, and so I feel like this stuff makes it foolproof for me. That fine tip makes it super easy to get in there and to fill them in. That's how I go about filling them in. And then I'm taking Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their Brow Duality. It has two sides. It has matte Camille and sand shimmer. I'm going to take the matte side and I just run it under to clean up. I just run it under to highlight right under that brow part right there. And then a little bit in my inner corner. So just right up under there, and you can kind of blend this out with your finger and tap on it so it's not like a harsh line. But I feel like that really brings a finished look to the eyebrows. When I'm done, I have been setting it with this clear brow gel from Anastasia. I know Anastasia sells kits at Ulta and Sephora, so if you're interested in their products, I would go I just gently run this through to set my brows. I love this clear brow gel, but if you don't want to spend the money on that, you can find some clear brow gel from Maybelline. These are the finished brows. That's it for the tutorial. It is short and sweet. Like I said, the Anastasia products have been changing my life. I highly recommend especially these three products. I do love the Perfect Brow Pencil as well. Even the spoolie on the end is like so tight through your eyebrows so perfectly. I love the way that this sets my eyebrows, the clear brow gel, and I just love the brow duality. I like the matte side and the shimmer side, having both options. I feel like it really just does a lot for cleaning up under the brow. So this is how I've been doing my brows. I know I said that I would do an everyday brow routine. If you guys would be interested in seeing how I fill my brows in with powder, go ahead and leave that below. I will try and film a video on that. I just wanted to get my everyday brow routine because this is my very first everyday brow routine, because like I said, I have not felt confident enough or know what I'm doing enough to say anything about brows, because I'm like, I need to watch somebody else's video on how they do their brows and then I can learn from them. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and if you guys have any tips and tricks, go ahead and leave them below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Okay, this next color is called Obsessed, and it's just a really pretty pinky color right there. Looks very similar to the Sheen Supreme in Playtime. Like,